All right, guys. Well, thank you for hopping on. My name is Kelly Summers, and Lisa Incaudo and I are going to share with you guys a little bit more. And I really wanted to share you with her today to just kind of pick her brain about her journey and her background and what led her to Arbonne and why she's, how she's flourished in this business and what it's given her and all those that she has helped with this business and with these products. And I am just so excited because of where Arbonne is at right now. And so what I wanted to do is kind of just ask Lisa some questions and open it up and kind of pick her brain. And so if this is your first exposure to Arbonne and you're like, what are they talking about? Lisa is definitely going to share some things with you, but feel free to hop on over to either my YouTube channel. You can always check out my Mission in Arbonne video, or you can always connect with me on Instagram as well, Kelly Loves Health, and learn a little bit more. But what we want to do today is really just hear from Lisa. Lisa is an executive regional vice president in Arbonne. She has a huge heart, a huge business, and a huge following of people who love this brand that she has helped. And so first off, Lisa, I'd love to just ask you to just kind of tell us your story, tell us your background and why you chose Arbonne.
Well, thank you, dear Kelly, my cute Kelly that I met at a dog park, you guys. I just first want to say that it was such a blessing the day I met Kelly, who's been in my life for 8 years now. I've seen her babies be born. An impromptu conversation over puppies led to a coffee that led to, I know I'm a lot older than you. You should at least hear what's going on in the world. About what I'm learning at the age of 41, it could be for you someday. And so that's how we kind of got started in our relationship. But the reason why the reason why I began to be part of Arbonne's community was after 3 different people, 3 different years reached out to me. It was timing where I had an ulcerative colitis flare up. I was coming out of Edward Hospital down to 100 pounds. And the third person tapped me on the shoulder. And it's true, things come into your life for a reason. And God kept tapping me on the shoulder with this Arbonne. And so I was open to learning more, probably because of the vulnerability of my health at that moment. And I learned from a friend what the brand stood for. It's a 40-year strong brand that is without unsafe toxins, and it's green and it's vegan and it's kosher and it's gluten-free, without formaldehydes, parabens, phthalates, and more. And I thought my body needed a healthy, alternative to taking care of it. And so back then I started using the anti-aging line. The nutrition wasn't even out yet. It came out shortly after. And now my heart is more about teaching people that the most important thing for your body is to take care of your immune system. And Arbonne has provided us with a nutritional category that totally keeps my body healthy inside and out. And that is my heart. And yes, I want to age gracefully, and I love our anti-aging, and that's how I got started. But truly, it's more about teaching families that there's an option, an online store that they may not have known about. And if I can teach you to build a referral business from home around life that you can will to your kids, then why not? And that's my mission.
I love that so much, Lisa. And, I know that that Arbonne tapped you on the shoulders a few times before you actually said yes. So what do you feel like it was that initially you were so skeptical of? What were some of your hesitations, and why was it eventually on that 3rd, 4th, 5th time that your friend asked you that helped you make that shift of, maybe I should do this for
Mm-hmm. Well, first it was the health. And then when I started using it and people were asking me about it, I thought to myself, wow, I can teach people to go to a website online. It wasn't brain surgery. And I really caught the vision that technology was changing everything, because I was one of those people that I am outgoing. I was a designer and painter prior to Arbonne for 6 years through my kids' younger years. And I worked around life and around kids even then. But there was a vision I had about, wow, I could teach someone to go to an online store. Wow, I think people will be doing this. And I wanted to change the stigma that was associated with home-based business, because I thought it was a hobby for moms that had nothing to do. I thought it was just one of those things. I wasn't going to lug stuff to people's houses. I mean, I was kind of snotty to it. And I realized, shame on me, because truly, this is the smartest form of business where there's no overhead and no risk that people can do from home around life. And it's just a distribution system of getting products from point A to point B. So I caught that vision of how technology was changing everything, and I could be that girl that could be the voice of a brand that I fell in love with. And I'm a girl, like, if I love it, why would I not tell the people I love and my friends and my neighbors and new people that come into my life along the way? And that's how this has grown. And I've created this ripple that is a purposeful life. It's so good to wake up and know I'm helping others with an alternative to their health, enhancement, and an alternative to extra income for their families.
I couldn't agree more, Lisa, just because I never knew what I wanted to be when I grew up, like I didn't have that. I never had a dream job. And so I couldn't agree more with you that like this provides this like purpose, and it can forever shift the trajectory of our lives because of this community and the culture that comes with it. Right. So, I just absolutely love your passion for how we can help and serve people with their health. Right. And because we have that longevity of almost being around for almost 40 years and our European standards, which is so amazing. But what would you say it is about the culture in Arbonne? Like, if you could just give people a glimpse into like a day-to-day, your day-to-day life when you do Arbonne and live life, and how it comes alongside it. And what is the culture like? What are the things that we do together as a team? What does that kind of look like?
Well, I always say to people, to have your own business from home, this home-based business thing, using this infrastructure of network marketing, you still have this innate pride in becoming a business person. So I've always wanted to be successful. And years ago, I was in corporate America in banking and food sales and recruitment, and then a mom at home, and then the painter designer. And all of those jobs I liked and I loved and I was good at them, but there was some missing component with all of it. And it wasn't until Arbonne and I started building my user base of shoppers and finding amazing partners like Kelly and others on my team that locked arms with me and saw the vision with Arbonne, that I realized, wow, I can be someone that markets a brand just like I would market. If I worked for Estee Lauder, I'm marketing their brand. Well, I'm marketing Arbonne's brand. I get to do it around life. I get to work out and be there for my kids' activities back in the day, and walk my dog 4 times a day because we moved from a house to a condo now. And I, get my nails done when I want, go to the grocery store when I want. Yet I feel very fulfilled as a businesswoman because I created, over a yearly $1 million business right now. And I have taught people to shop an online store where I earn commissions and I earn overrides for helping others build franchises. This is not just a hobby. I'm building multiple franchises connected to me. It's just that we can't see them. It's virtual. And I've built something where I'm proud of what I become as a businesswoman. I feel valued in this community because in Arbonne, the home office values your efforts. So when I would do everyday things in corporate America, you didn't get the extra trip. You didn't earn the extra jewelry. You didn't earn the Mercedes. In Arbonne, they show appreciation for your efforts for building a brand. And together we do a little. A lot of us do a little, so we reap rewards of like a huge team effort. So our lives, our quality of life can come back to us. And that's my other heart, is so many people are working 60 to 80-hour work weeks, and then they have 2 days on the weekend to do their laundry, go to their kids' activities, regroup on Sunday, and back to the grind. And I'm not saying it's about giving up your professions that you love, but maybe 20 years out, you'll want to slow down from it, And that's what I always say to the younger generation, right, Kel? When we started, I'm like, I promise you, when you're 45 and 50, you won't want to have to go to work every day when they tell you to. And so
I didn't want to when I was 20.
Yeah. So it's just like the hindsight, been there, done that. And I'm like, seriously, this is the Kool-Aid. I found the Kool-Aid that lets me be a businesswoman, but have my life. And also I get paid to be healthy and happy and help people. You really can't beat that.
Oh my
That
gosh. Well,
is really awesome.
I think that you had that foresight, right? That you did the working in corporate America thing, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? And especially if people love what they do, that's great. But this can provide a different balance of life, a freedom of choice that corporate America can never give you. To be able to say, hey boss, can I take the day off or not? And to know that you are the only one who gets to make that decision is the most freeing thing. But what I also think is so amazing is when it comes to this business, some of the benefits, not just tangible benefits that you earned promoting to regional vice president, but also then the asset that you can build. And I'd love for you to talk more about the asset and the willable opportunity with what this can offer.
I know, and I always love to ask people, once I share the story of Arbonne with a new friend or an old friend, I'll say to them, are you happy you learned what I just shared with you? And I'm telling you, 99.9% of the people say, I'm so glad you exposed me to this industry, Lisa. And so I'm going to explain really quickly where my heart is for our families and our futures. But there is a book, Everyday Income, Let Your Daily Routine Change Your Life. So that's my mission. Who would have thought that I could teach people to get paid to use products we have in our home already? And so I get paid to use mascara. I get paid to drink my protein shakes. And my whole family uses Arbonne's brand. And so to think that I can earn money on something I was doing anyway. And if I went to a box store and bought a protein powder or a mascara, that box store wouldn't say, Lisa, thank you for coming back every few months. And here's an extra discount. And because you told your mom to come, oh my gosh, pick out a free product. They just don't do that in corporate America, where in the world of network marketing, there is a network of people that funnel dollars to one entity. So we have this online store. I have my own URL website. I shop my own store. I get 35% discount on everything and 50% off our special sets. So that's me shopping for my family all these years. It's going on 15 years in a month. And I shop the store and get discounts, which is a perk right there for quality ingredients that I know I don't have to worry about over time. I lost a sister to cancer when she was 24, and innately that affected me in that I need to figure out how to keep my inside body as strong as possible when those toxins that we can't control enter my body. My sister died of asbestos cancer, mesothelioma, so she must have breathed it in. Her body was not strong enough to fight it off, and unfortunately, she died. And that was my lesson, I think, in health. I work out a lot, and I try to take care of my body, but Arbonne helped me so much more with my inside health, with probiotics, and B12 enhancements and CoQ10 enhancements, mind health enhancements, bacteria for my gut, all these things that we aren't getting in our food every day. We're just not eating 3 healthy meals a day and 2 healthy snacks to sustain what our body needs to stay strong. So to think I get to use a brand that helps me and my family stay healthy, I get discounts on that brand, and because I was willing not to keep it a secret and refer a friend to the network, I earn income. So every person I talk to shop. So for instance, my sisters shop for over 10 years. And every time Janet goes on the website from a home in Connecticut, whenever she shops, it shows up in my stats, and Arbonne pays me a residual commission again, because I was the girl that taught her to shop 10 years ago. And that's what happens. You do the effort once and you get paid multiple times over and over and over on that action step. It's like owning an apartment building and getting rents. So if I can help people understand that you don't have to wait till you're retired to have your dream home and rent it out and VRBO it, you can build an asset residual income in your shopping efforts. And that's where my heart is, teaching the younger generation on $49, build an asset that 10 years from now, 20 years from now, it's going to give your family a little nest egg. It's going to give you money that's going to come every month. God forbid divorce, God forbid accidents, God forbid death. It's all about planning for your own impact and having a backup plan. And this gives people hope and security and ease. I'll never forget Julie Jensen on Kelly's team. She was like, Lisa, I never felt so more in control of my life because I decided to do this behind the scenes of life. And so that's really the most beautiful thing, is for people to have calmness, knowing they're taking care of things behind the scenes. Sorry if I went long on that.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I think everything is so intertwined in Arbonne, and I don't think that, I mean, I definitely didn't realize that when I first started. I just thought, okay, I love these products. I don't trust what I'm using now. I have no idea how to read the back of labels for products, but I can trust this brand. So I'm going to start slowly replacing things at home, right? Mm-hmm. And then what's come from this, though, this is just this like community of not just health physically in terms of what we're putting in our mouths, health and the things that we're putting on our skins, because you know your skin's your largest organ. It's all going in your bloodstream, right? And then health in terms of healthy relationships, empowering, uplifting people. I mean, in corporate America, there were always those toxic people, for me at least, where I would try and distance myself as much as possible, but I could only go so far because I had to work with them, right? Mm-hmm. And in Arbonne, like, what's so awesome is that, like, there's only uplifting people in this community. And I feel like that has been one of my most favorite things about it. And like I said, I didn't love what I did ever. And I think so many people, especially millennials these days, or like you said, just people who are looking to retire eventually, like, we realize that being on this hamster wheel isn't as fulfilling as we thought it was, right? Or like we're just living for the weekends. And so we want to own our own lives. We want more freedom of choice, and to be able to do that and have something that can be anywhere from, 10 to 20 hours a week of our time to be able to build this asset. I am just forever grateful for that. And one thing I'd love to ask as well, Lisa, is like, with this community of just incredible people, what types of people do you see? Like, there are people who aren't maybe as outgoing as you are, right? People who maybe are shy, people who aren't salespeople, people who have misconceptions of what network marketing is, or just like people who say they're minimalists, right? Or people who don't have the time or money because life is crazy and busy. What would you say to them that this could potentially offer them that maybe is different than what we see it as?
Well, I just feel like no matter what your personality is, or whatever your livelihood is, we all would love a little bit more of something, better relationships, more time to give back to society, more time to, take care of our own selves, more time to travel, and all these things. Like, most people want more, and more doesn't mean selfishness. More can be abundance. And so I would say, to have more money means you can give back more. You can help the people you care about more. Oh God, Kel. That's like the essence of all of it, is like helping people have more so that they can do the things their heart tells them they really want to do without question. And I love that I get to click every fundraiser on Facebook and give to anyone that asks me without thinking twice, and I love that my kids don't have college debt. I love that I can go visit my parents whenever I need to, that live on airplane right away, and it's those kinds of things that I want people to enjoy also. And I believe this is the answer. This way of shopping is the answer. Shop in a network and tell a friend. And you only need to ripple 4 friends that understand it, and everyone tells a friend, and you create a tidal wave. It's just like the Verizon commercial on TV, like molecules popping everywhere. Yeah,
we're all connected, right? And that's a great analogy, because I I'm not just making you money, right? Like you're growing in your personal growth and in your business by helping me grow mine, right? And so we grow together, we flourish together truly. And I love, Lisa, that you got emotional because who gets emotional because they love their corporate job so much?
Uh-huh.
I've never met anyone, probably not many people, right? That's how much we love this, you guys. And for me, once again, it never started out that way. I could never in a million years imagine where this has come. But it truly is something that even if you think you will love it or not, if you have that hope that this could fund your dreams, it is well worth it. I started this alongside my full-time job for 3.5 years before I decided to be at home with my kids. And it afforded me that ability to leave a job that I hated to have freedom of choice, right? I was maybe making less money financially there, but it gave me that freedom of choice to still be making money and have the time back with the people that I love. And the time is the most important thing. And before I ask a final question, Lisa, I want to point out that when we talk about giving back, there's so many incredible things that we can do just in our local communities because of what this business may offer. And Arbonne has a charitable foundation, and Lisa just helped with a $5,000 grant, right, to a local business.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
A non-for-profit called Alive. It's about teen empowerment. They let the teens lead. It's amazing. And because they're a 501(c) and they align with Arbonne's teen movement for empowerment, they were granted $5,000. It's wonderful. Like, I'm so happy I walked in and told them about it, you know? So any of you out there can help anybody you know with a 501(c) if it has to do with empowerment and teens and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and I just love that. I mean, there's so many different ways that we can give back. And this all once again funnels into this idea of health, right? The sense of purpose and community and camaraderie and making the world a better place. And we can all flourish together because of that. And so lastly, Lisa, I'd love to just ask you, what do you see, like what hope does Arbonne give you? Where do you see Arbonne going in the future? And where do you see us going in the future that gives you so much hope for what this can offer people?
Well, it's so amazing now because Arbonne is a multi-level marketing brand. We're been part of the Direct Selling Association from the inception, which means we're very contingent and integral. And technology alone is changing the way people look at businesses. And so now the credibility to this industry is becoming alive. Everyone's at their fingertips and they realize it's normal now. So we see influencers out there that work for other corporations, which is great. But eventually those corporations could fire those influencers and say, yeah, we're moving on to another young pretty girl or another athlete. But in this world, nobody lets you go. You can continue to be the influencer of health and wellness and, you know, painting the picture of, you know, abundance for people and hope, and it will never be taken away. But what I love is the credibility of this industry is coming alive. It's not going away, and it's easier to share Arbonne, a brand that's an online shopping store. I always say Arbonne's like the Amazon of health and wellness. And who doesn't have an Amazon Prime account? Who doesn't have a Netflix account? Who isn't shopping online at other brands? We all do it. So if you could just imagine that by just redirecting where you go for certain things, you could build something for your family. And that's what this is doing. And it's becoming the normal thing. I believe Arbonne will be a household name. And I believe that people will not even have to do what we're doing today to be connected to Arbonne. We can just say, go to our URL or I'll sponsor you in. It'd be like easy peasy, just rolling people in and all of us can win. It's about everybody winning. I told people, now it's your turn to tell people, and you can create the same thing for your family too. And it doesn't take, you know, I've been in Arbonne almost 15 years, but I started earning income the first month of income of Arbonne. So whether it's $500 that can help your family, or then $1,000, or then $5,000, or then $10,000, imagine all those increments and chapters in your life, how you could move through life with Arbonne and take it along life with you and create something for your family. That's what this is about. Anyway, I do believe it's a credible industry that's growing, and there's thousands of books on it now, Kel, like thousands. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm so glad that you shared Everyday Income, because that's a really awesome one. What are some other good ones? Business of the 21st Century. There's so many, there's so many amazing ones to really educate people. But I just love that, like what you keep coming back to, Lisa, and the reason that I decided to do this was because of the connection, the empowerment, the knowledge, the love. Like, we have incredible products, and the formulation, the heritage stands behind that, but it's the people, right? What got me was your kind heart and your intention and the leader that you are, and that's what I see in this, and I'm just so forever grateful for it. And I think that if nothing else, if you just have bigger dreams and goals of the type of person that you want to be, Arbonne is going to help you with that. And that's what I love, is that, like, we are just here to pour into you and help us all be the best version of ourselves.
And to leave that stamp on the world, right, Kel? So there's different people. Some people just want to make a difference, and it doesn't have to be out loud, but even if it's humbly. And I feel like this is mission work, and I get to do mission work, helping families understand how this works. And so, it's not pomp and circumstance, but it's like godly actions. If you're the person that loves to open the door for a person behind you, this could be for you. If you're the person that likes to cook a meal for someone that needs you, this could be for you. It's really about just reaching out and helping other people, lift them up, make life easier, and say you're there for them. And it's about camaraderie and all of what we've already discussed. So I hope you understand and want to delve into it more if you're listening, and investigate it for yourself. Like, we're not trying to tell you something. We read books. We heard this from other people too. And I just want you to take it in your own hands and learn more and figure it out. And if it's not for you, that's okay. But it may be for you, and it may be the thing you're looking for.
Yes, making an informed decision, right? Like, you sent me home with samples, you gave me information, you gave me the tools to research on my own and let me decide, and you just built the relationship with me. And I love that, because any person can do that. Shy or outgoing, has $1 to their name or $1 million to their name, has a GED or a PhD, any background, any race, any ethnicity, any gender, it doesn't matter. And that's what I loved about it, was that this was something for all, where we can serve so many people. And Lisa, Executive Regional Vice President Lisa Incaudo, I'm so very grateful that you were able to share more of your heart with us. You are such an incredible leader, and we're all so grateful for you. And I know this will help so many people. So thank you so much for answering my questions today and sharing more.
Thank you, Kelly. I love you so much. And you're on your way to VP status too. So I can't wait for that to happen. And I pass you your Mercedes keys, because you are building an amazing foundation and helping so many people. So love you so much.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. Bye, everyone listening.